Making the grade this morning and cutting costs. We're focusing on your college students today, and right now we've got a checklist of 4 mistakes that college students make and some other advice as well regarding the dorm room and insurance you might want to consider. Andrew Thielman is with AAA Insurance and is here to help out. Andrew, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Let's go over some mistakes that college kids make with their car. Number 1, do not loan your car out to someone, or I guess vice versa, hop in somebody else's car.
Correct.
Why?
Well, the insurance applies both to the vehicle and to the individual. So a couple things you want to be careful of is if you're loaning your car to someone else, they get in an accident, guess what? It goes to you. But the other vice versa to that is if they don't carry insurance, which a lot of times what happens is kids go away to school, the parents drop them off their policy. Now they actually don't have the liability insurance.
Parents can do that, right?
They can do that, and they do make that mistake from time to time. So, a couple things there. You want to make sure that they maintain, because they can come home at any time, drive the vehicle, keep them on your policy for the liability purpose alone.
All right. College kids also think that things just magically happen, like the upkeep of your car. Right. So they need to work on keeping it up as well, changing oil and whatnot.
Keep a record and a log of when you do the oil changes. Keep your wiper blades safe. Make sure your brakes are working properly. Make sure the gas gauge is operating efficiently. Keep tire tread correct also, especially for all weather around our area here.
And an emergency provider in case you get in some situation.
Not a bad thing.
Which tends to happen,
Sure, not a bad thing to have AAA helping you out in those instances.
All right, finally on this list regarding the car, we want to make sure that people have the renter's insurance, right?
Correct, yeah, it's very important. Both for if they live in a dorm, if they have an apartment, if it's a secondary residence on their parents' insurance policy, because it covers their liability, but most importantly their contents, the computers, all of the equipment, the stereo equipment, which are those items that are most often broken or stolen.
Okay, now we're shifting over to not just the car, but the dorm room as well. So kid goes off to college. Yeah. Parents have a policy at home. Are they covered at college no matter what, or do you want to make sure of it?
Well, you want to check with your insurance carrier. There is an endorsement that's applied for students away from premises that you want to make sure they have proper coverage. But a nice feature is if they have their own independent dorm or renter's policy, it's great because if something happens there, it only happens to that policy and doesn't affect their parents' claim policy to the master policy.
So that affects all kinds of things like the valuable, like the iPad or the computer or whatnot. Yeah. If they're out at class or something, if they're not in the dorm room and then these things get stolen, what happens then?
Still hits to the policy.
Still hits to the policy.
Yeah.
All right, good advice. One more bit of advice. Credit card companies really prey on college kids too. That might be a good idea to avoid not signing up for the credit card.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually get coverage to your renter's policy for mortgage, actually protection from credit card and theft and fraud.
Okay, check it out. Check out your insurance policies. Parents, you might want to check it out and then tell the kid what the deal is before they head off to college. Andrew, great advice.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks so much.
Good seeing you.
Have fun at college, kids.